All right, I got one of many items that has come in the mail, and I'm not 100% what this is, so let's find out, because I love getting packages. New toys. All right. Never play with knives, kids. What is this? What? No way. Damn, they came early? Oh, Christmas come early. Oh, hell yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Got my amp wiring kit. I've got the amp that's in the... No, it's not in the truck. I'm sorry. I have another one that's in the mail. On its way here. Doing this with one hand sucks. But it's doable. Yep, I'm going to rewire my truck. The amplifier that I have for this truck is going to be a 2000 watt, I think. If not, it'll be a 1600 watt, which should be enough to push these Boss 1600s. Now the RMS on these is 800, so the 1600 watt amplifier should be enough to push both of these and have no issues. So, but hell yeah, man, that came early. I'm so happy. Man, I'm happy with that. The truck is already prepared for a brain fart. For a sound system. I bought it that way, and I'm really happy with all this. All right, let me pull these out of here because this is gonna be a pain in the neck. Good, continuing. This is what I have. Bought these on eBay. It was a bid. I was bidding against like 3 or 4 other people, and I got both of these for $88. Blue LEDs for the background on the actual cover itself. I'm not really caring too much about that, but I mean, if it looks good, then it looks good. Oh well. These are going to be going underneath the seat, which I'll show later on. I'm not going to show you guys my brand new truck right now because she's dirty. But anyway, this is what I have. Oh man, I'm really happy with this. There we go. Yeah. I was gonna be working on the SV today, putting the radiator on, but since this stuff has come in ahead of schedule, well, that kind of sort of changes my plans. Yeah. So happy with that. Alright, let's put these back. Forgive the static in the background. My mom has been here. She got here and she just started Facebooking and she forgot to shut the vehicle off. She does that. I don't know why. But anyway, dang, I didn't realize they would come in this fast. That's pretty awesome. Alright. Well, I guess I got my next video on this will be the installation of my 2 Boss 12s. I did buy a sealed box for the truck yesterday. I bought it for $55. It does fit in the back, but I'll show you guys that in the next part of this video. All right. Today I'm going to be installing my sound system, or at least I'm going to start the install of my sound system. I've got two 12s that are going to go back here, 1600 watt Boss amps. They got LED accent lighting to them, so I'll work with that later. Anyway, I've got two of these. I want to install them, but before I do this, I need to wire up the truck first. Now, what I went ahead and have already started doing was started running the actual power wire, the main power that's going to go to the battery. So what I did was I ran the main power wire through the grommet in the firewall to keep water from going inside and leaking. I haven't connected it just yet. Where's it at? Right here. Yeah, I haven't connected it yet. Right now I'm just pre-running the wire through the entire length of the truck, just making sure I've got everything measured up. Under the hood, you want to make sure you get the big three all set up. The three things are a much larger power wire going from the battery to the alternator, which is this wire right here. It actually goes from the alternator to the battery, and then you want your two ground wires, one from the battery to the actual frame of the vehicle, and then the other one will be the ground that goes from the engine to the frame of the vehicle. No, I'm sorry, correct. I'm sorry, my bad. From the negative side of the terminal to the engine block. Okay, sorry about that previous footage. My battery decided to crap out on my phone, so I'm actually having to charge it right now. I'm using my trusty drop light, so let's get back to business. All right, your power wire, once it goes, whenever it comes out of the firewall, you want to start tucking this away underneath the carpet and start tucking it over on the side and underneath. Okay, the previous owner of this truck actually, let's see if I can get this. See all those wires? See how they come out of the carpet? That's your RCA cable, that's your power cable, and your signal cable. All three of them come out of the same spot. You're gonna have impedance. You're gonna have all kinds of distortion. You're gonna have really crappy sound quality. And I don't know who in the world decided that this was a good idea. It is not. Do not do that. What you should do is you take your power wire, okay, and you run it on, what I always do is I run it on the driver's side of the vehicle, or the left side of the vehicle. Also the signal wire itself, the really small blue wire, which would be, there we go. It's this little guy right here. Okay, this is your signal wire that goes to the amplifier. That little wire and the power cable go together. You can run them together, it's okay. Now the RCA cables, which are on this one, are these right here. I'll show you the tip. The tip on this is broken. I will not be using this. That's an RCA cable. Alright, these, you run them on the passenger side of the vehicle, or the right side of the vehicle. And the only place that all these wires converge is at the amplifier in the back of the truck, or at the amplifier anywhere you go. It's just that rule of thumb. It's the best way to to install your sound system without having any wiring issues. So, but I'm gonna go ahead and run all this power wire behind this panel, or I'm just gonna tuck it underneath this panel. I'll find a way to do it. I'm pretty sure there's a way. Where there's a will, there's a way. But I'm gonna tuck it behind this panel here, up underneath here. Let's see if I can do this. Like so. Yeah. I'll work my way. But anyway, it's going to go under all of this and all the way to the back of the truck, and I'm going to feed it around so that, there we go. I'm going to feed it around behind the seat and over in the back to the amp. The silver wire that you see over here on the ground, right there, that's your ground wire. You want to have that wire as short as possible to give you the best ground. And then the connection between, I don't know if I can do this. Probably can't. The connection between your battery and the fuse block. You want to make this run as short as possible between the battery and, like they had before, the fuse block over here. I would rather have it be shorter. I don't know what this is all about. This is a bad idea. You don't do this. Come on, people. I will be pulling all this crap out, just not right now. But you want to have a short run from the battery to the fuse, and I want to say probably no longer than 6 inches from the battery you should put your inline fuse. Okay, the panel on the driver's side, you start pulling it up from the back by the seat, by the handle, pull it straight up, and it starts popping out of these notches here, okay? And you just pull it straight up, be easy with it. And these notches here, you want to like get your fingers behind the panel here, and then grab on the back side of the actual panel, and you want to grab it and pull it toward the back of the truck. Pull it to you. That way it'll come out of these notches without any problem, and you won't break any panels. But my main reason for filming this part was, this is the RCA cable right here, okay, and this is your signal. All right, I'm not gonna have these run the way they are right now. I don't like them because they run underneath the carpet and under here, like I said, and then up underneath the seat. But this is one thing I really don't want to see. This is a really crappy install. Whoever put this in here, they just shoved a bunch of wire underneath the carpet. Let's see. I don't like how they did that. Whoa, whoa, what is this? Oh, man, that's huge. What? Are you kidding me? What the hell? Why? Why would you do that? You know what? I think I know why. This wire was too long, and they put the amplifier underneath the seat. That's what they did. Even though they had subs in the back, they still put the amplifier under the seat. Come on, people. Put the amplifier all the way in the back where it belongs. That way you have room under the seat to put stuff under here. This is so stupid. Anyway, let's pull this out of here. Ah! Oh yeah, I don't want to rip my carpet. Come on. I have to push it back out. I don't need that. We're done. We're done with this. This is garbage. I'm throwing all this away. Alright, now that I got this, I know both my signal and my RCA, they go up into the pillar, and then they jump over on the top of the dashboard. I mean, I can't really see because I don't have a flashlight up there, but actually, hold on. You can see it. See those wires in there? Yeah. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fish. I'm gonna tie the good end of the signal wire to the end of this. I'm gonna pull open the dashboard, or I'm gonna pull the radio portion out, and I'll find the signal wire, and I'll start pulling it back through. And what that will do, well, it'll allow it to pull all the way, fresh wire back to back behind the head unit, and then I'll be able to rewire that. So, and this RCA cable, that's gonna be pulled out anyway, because that's gonna go on the opposite side of the truck. This main power wire, I'm fixing to yank it out. I've already pulled out the main wire, the power wire that was supposed to be going to the amp. This wire was actually going not into the firewall where it's supposed to go, but it was going underneath the damn truck, and it went underneath along the frame, and it came up just behind the driver's seat. Okay, so that means your power wire to your amplifier is exposed to the elements. How stupid is that? Unbelievable. I mean, I pulled this out. This wire is probably good for, I'll probably save this wire. It's good, but it's probably good for a jump rope. That's about it. But Lord of mercy, people, don't do that. Run it through the firewall, then feed it through the car, okay? Just feed it through the car and get past that problem. Otherwise, you're going to create problems for yourself. Don't do that. Unbelievable. Okay. I've gotten to a point where I'm actually just going to go ahead and rerun the signal wire in the same location. So I'm going to go ahead and feed it up. I separated the panel on the side so I can access those wires, and the ones that go up in the top, they go across the top of the dashboard into the actual head unit, which is fine. That signal wire, that's actually what I want. The power wire, that's going to be on a separate area. But the RCAs, that's what I'm kind of after right now. So I want to get everything behind the head unit done tonight, and then I'll have the rest of it all wired up tomorrow. So what I'm going to do right now is show you the quick way to get this to get to your radio. Alright, this panel, it doesn't have any screws or nothing, but it's got like 5 clips. They're push clips. One here, one on either side of this pocket, and then one on either side up here. Okay, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So what you'll do is you'll take, I did it with my fingers, okay, but you got to be really careful. I would recommend using like a plastic putty knife or a small screwdriver, and just work your way in this little crease right here at the very bottom by the cigarette lighters, and work your way under there and pull them out real easy. If you have to, like, grab this and pull straight out, and you can hear it kind of giving, but put your thumb in this pocket, push down and pull out, and or just grab it around the corner and just pull out. Just grab this whole unit and just pull straight out, and it'll pop out. And you just like I said, just work your fingers around the edges until it all comes out. I'm not going to completely disconnect all the connections in the back. I've already taken it out. I'm just showing you the quick way to do it. So, and I'm just setting this to the side. I'm not hurting any of the connections in the back, I don't think. No. And there's your head unit right in front of you. All it is 4 Phillips screwdrivers, listen to me. 4 Phillips head screws, and you take that out and the whole unit comes out and all the wires are exposed. So that's how you get behind the dashboard of an 07, possibly 06, 07, and 08 Dodge Ram. Okay, I've already pulled the signal wire through the dashboard. I had to rerun it because when I was pulling it through the dashboard, it actually broke somewhere inside the dashboard. So that basically mean I couldn't feed it back through or fish it through. So anyway, I ran it a shorter route, which was totally fine, and moving on. I pulled out this cluster of wires and connections. I don't even know what all this stuff is, but I'll tell you right now, when you start seeing that stuff, hang on, where's that? There we go. See that? There's burnt connections. Yeah, that's a bad sign right there. Way wrong. So I plan on replacing this radio anyway, but I'm glad I saw this. That just, that screams to me poor install. Just poor install. Probably something from one of those flea markets. It wouldn't surprise me. Alright, well, time to run the RCA, and I'll get right back to you. Okay, now this is how the job is supposed to look when you're done. But besides that, I mean, I'm not done with that. I still have to take the RCA to the other side. But power wire is what I'm mainly talking about. You can't see it. Okay, it's because it's tucked up under here. There's a little valley that's on the inside, fortunately, for this model. I like that. But I took, you really can't see it, but power wire, it goes underneath the carpet, under here, okay, underneath this, see, alright, it's all tucked away, under here, all this, all the way underneath here, around the pillar. You can't see it because it's done correctly, see, you can't see it, it's under here, it's all tucked under here. It's not underneath this plastic, it's under the carpet. Alright, it comes up this little ridge, and I went behind these clips on the inside. And if you look, you can't see speaker wire. Yeah, well, I mean, no, not really. Can't even see it. Unless, if I lift this up out of its belly, and there it is. Now, this is just day one. I'm not done with all this wire. And the amplifier. I do have another amplifier that's showing up in the mail tomorrow, and that's what's going to go in this truck, because I really don't think that this amplifier is a good one. I think this one's fried, but I'm just kind of using this one for size wise and like positioning, because the other one that I bought is the same size. So I did have this amplifier over there, but my signal wire that came in the kit just is a little bit too short, so I decided to move the amplifier to this side of the truck, and I'll probably secure it with fasteners in some way, shape, or form. But yeah, I mean, this is how it's supposed to be done. You push. Can't do this one hand. I'll rock it. There you go. It falls right in its spot, right where it's supposed to go. Now, like I said, these wires here, they're just laying here for now. They're not hooked up at all. Proof. Come here. See? They're not hooked up. But I did that so I can get an idea of how neat this is going to look. The other wires used to be coming out of the floorboard over there. I will not be using that for the wires for an amplifier, nothing. I use that for my pistol so I can lock it away and chained to the truck. So the auxiliary cord, I mean the RCAs are going to go on the other side, so I'm going to go ahead and get started with that. And it's going to go, I'm going to feed it through the dashboard, and the same way as I did the power wire. And I think I have enough length that RCA should reach the amplifier on this side. If it does not, then that's totally fine. I will find another way to mount the amplifier, but either way, it does work, it does fit, and that is the proper way to tuck away your wires and run the wires in a sound system for your car. Everything all back together. Can't see any wires. I had to put the amp in the middle. We're going to work on the wiring for that tomorrow. That's just for now. I'm not done with it.
So I figure whenever I have a house again, I'm going to make one of those for my guitar.
A hanger?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
You get a cool, not like the shit that you would buy, I guess. Oh, come here. You have to see this. It's better than that, I promise.
Over here, it's still.
I thought you'd
I did. That was funny. The RCA. I ran it back here because
On his head, in his underwear,
it's difficult.
a bracelet up his arm. And he's over there acting like.
Well, last time I checked, I don't wear my pants on my head and walking around in Ninja Turtle underwear.
You doing that as a kid? Are you kidding? Oh, shenanigans.
Yeah. Snug fit. Proper job. I ran the RCA up here, up the pillar. I took this panel off and I ran the RCA behind the glove box, actually up on top, and then all the way up into the radio. So I'll get to the rest of the stuff in the morning. It's late. It's almost midnight. I'm ready to call it a night.
Go to bed early.
Do I look like an old man to you?
Yep. See, even he said so.
That's not funny. That is so not funny.
That was awesome.
That was epic timing, but that's so not funny.
It was perfect.
Do I look like an old man?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah! Yelling from down the street. That was good timing. Alright, that will conclude day 1 of install. Day 2 will be putting in the subs, and my amplifier should arrive tomorrow, and I will wire all that up, and then we'll test the system out and see how it sounds.